Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the important class. It's going to be a very important session. Very important session. This will be what we are talking, coming to the end of the chapter of the colloidal solutions, colloids, sols, and you have experienced the different type of the sols which we have discussed here. We already told you the life around us revolves with the large number of substances being colloidal in nature around us. They play a very important role. The type of foods you are eating, the creams you are applying on your faces, on your body, and even so many other things which we will see today, how the colloids and their applications also. The last topic in this is the emulsions. You know, emulsions, if you put oil drops in water, what happens? Or you put water in oil. So here you have dispersed phase and dispersion medium are liquids. And these two, oil and water or water and oil, are either completely immiscible or partially miscible. And what they form, actually here we are talking is about the emulsions. So what I am talking, the last topic of this, emulsions are colloids where both the dispersion phase and dispersion medium are liquids. What we told you about the definition of the colloids, when we discussed about the colloids, what I told you, that in every colloid, in colloids, what you have, two things. You have dispersion medium in every colloid and dispersed phase. And dispersed phase. So dispersed phase is distributed inside the dispersion medium. Dispersion medium. So you can have water and put some drops of oil. What will be the result of that? So we are going to get an emulsion, what we call as oil in water type of emulsion. Emulsions are of two types. But we are saying colloids where both the dispersion phase and dispersion medium are liquids. These two liquids are immiscible or partially miscible. Generally, one of the liquid is water. What we are talking, that if you have water, you have water. This is my dispersion medium. This is my dispersion medium. And supposing, let me take the red color. And inside this, you are having drops of oil, drops of oil. The red color are the drops of the oil. So here your water, here oil is dispersed. Oil is dispersed. Oil is dispersed in water. In water. And we call this as oil in water type of dispersion, OW type. So what is OW type? Oil in water type of dispersion. This is the first one. What we are saying, oil dispersed in water, oil in water type. Water acts as dispersion medium. As you can see here, water is present in larger amount, and inside this are oil drops which are dispersed. This is the first type. Examples, they have asked in the exam, what is the example of oil in water type of emulsion? You have milk and vanishing cream. Vanishing cream and milk are examples of emulsions which are oil in water type. That means water is dispersion medium. Water is larger amount here. And what you have? Oil drops. Oil drops. So this is the first type of emulsion which we have shown you. Okay. Now I'm talking about the second type which we are saying. I am saying there are two types of emulsions. One is oil in water, and second is, this is our first type. Second, we are saying water in oil. Water in oil type of dispersion. So this is written like this, water in oil. Oil here, oil is the dispersion medium. Oil is the dispersion medium here. And oil is a dispersion medium and water is dispersed in it. Water is dispersed in it. So we can have two type of things depending on which is the dispersion medium. Example of this, examples they ask you in the examination. Many times when, they will ask you in exam, what is this example of this water in oil, butter and cream. All this stuff you are eating butter and cream. So what is happening inside the butter? Butter you know it's mainly oil, and inside that water dispersed. Water is a dispersed phase. They will ask that what type of emulsion is butter. So you will say water in oil, and then you have to mention that oil is the dispersion medium and water is the dispersed phase. Many times questions are asked, give the dispersed phase and dispersion medium. 1 mark question is given. So you have more examples here. Oil, water emulsions, we are giving more examples of this. Stabilize. Another problem is that these emulsions are not stable. What I'm saying now, third point. Emulsions are not stable. So what will happen? Emulsions are not stable. What do you mean by emulsions are not stable? You see that you have seen a separating funnel. In a separating funnel, you put oil and water, you shake it. You will get two separate layers. Water is not dispersed completely. Oil is not dispersed completely in water, but it forms a separate layer. Once it forms a separate layer, you see, then means it has emulsion has broken. Emulsion no longer exists because what is the definition? Dispersion phase and dispersion medium. These are distributed, you know, the dispersed phase particle are distributed in dispersion medium. They are not going to separate as two separate layers. But you see oil and water separating into two separate layers. That means emulsions are not stable. So how will you stabilize them? So there is a need of what we call as emulsification. So you need emulsifying agents. You need substances which can stabilize the emulsions. So how will you stabilize the emulsion? That is the question. And there are, you see, for oil and water, this question was given. Oil in water type emulsions. You can stabilize oil in water type emulsions. To stabilize them, what do you add? You want them to be stable, you will add in them proteins, gums, natural and synthetic soap. You know, they are lyophilic salts. As you can see, proteins, you can add proteins, gums, natural and synthetic soaps. You know what soaps are all about. We have told you that these are lyophilic salts. They are water attracting, water loving salts. So they will stabilize the oil and water because they form a layer. Interfacial layer between oil and water, Hence they make it stable. Oil is dispersed in water. Dispersion medium is water. Oil is dispersed phase. So some interfacial layer will be formed by these proteins, soaps or gums, because they have got groups which are polar groups. So they get attached to oil and water. These molecules have got certain groups, you know, which can attach with oil as well as water. They have a hydrophobic and hydrophilic head and tail. So they attach like this. You have seen the mesial formation in soaps have been shown to you, the cleansing action of soaps. And soaps, when soap starts acting as cleansing agent, they do form emulsions. They form mesials. You know, mesials are the ones which are responsible for the cleansing action of soap. We will see that example also here. For water in oil, they will ask you a question: what are the stabilizing agents or what are the emulsifiers which you have to add in order to stabilize water in oil type of emulsions? So here we have given you, if you want to stabilize water in oil type emulsions, you will add salts of fatty acid and long chain salts of fatty acids and long chain alcohols. What you need to add? Salts of fatty acids, salts of fatty acids and long chain alcohols. Long chain alcohols to be added in order to form water in oil types of emulsions. You want to stabilize them, you have to add an agent which is called emulsifier, so they will stabilize. So what is the role of emulsifier? Important question for exam. We have given our lectures and notes in a way where question answers are being answered and trying to decode the NCERT book completely. What is our purpose? We should understand the meaning of each and everything, understand the meaning of each and everything. So here I'm talking about the role of emulsifier. Now one thing is clear, that emulsifier is required. You need an emulsifying agent in order to stabilize the emulsions, or they will break down. They will separate into two separate layers. You are aware of the milk. Milk, you are saying, is a colloidal sol as well as an emulsion. What is happening in the milk? You have protein molecules and you have lactic acid also inside the milk. Lactic acid is dissolved in the milk, but the protein particles are solid particles and they are present in the milk. And what you need is emulsifiers are required. There is an emulsifier agent already present in the milk in the natural form, which is stabilizing the emulsions of the milk between the protein molecules which are solid and the water. So what is the role of emulsifier? What is the role of emulsifier? That to stabilize the emulsion. What we will do? Stabilize the emulsion. You have to stabilize the emulsions. Emulsions are there, we have to stabilize it. For example, when soap is added to oil in water, the question was how the emulsifying agent acts. You have oil in water type of emulsion. Oil in water. You add soap. What are the soap molecules? You already know, RCOO minus Na plus. Sodium stearate, you are aware of C17H35CONA soap. This has a polar group as well as a hydrophobic group. R is a long chain hydrophobic group. Arrange themselves in such a way that polar group and dips in water. Now you have an emulsion where there is a water and oil. Even in milk you have that, milk you have that. So there are two ends. One is a polar end. Polar end will dip in water, whereas the hydrocarbon chain dip in the droplet as shown. Here we will show you the figure in the next slide. So what is happening, you already aware of that. You are having, what is the soaps which we told you, this type of things. This was a polar, head was polar. This is your COO minus group. And this is your hydrophobic R chain. So this is a polar group. What will it do? This polar group will get attached to the water. This is my polar group, polar group COO minus. So polar group, what it does? If I write in a better way, you are aware of it. So what you have, if I can change the color, okay, red. You are saying that you can see RCOO minus. So this is our CO minus group. And this is my R chain, which is a long one, C15H31 or something like that. So this is hydrophobic, this is hydrophilic. What will happen? You have oil and you have water. Two things. This group will get attached with the oil. Which one? This hydrophobic group, and this group will get attached to the water. So the soap molecules get concentrated over the droplet and form a protective film. So what will they do? They will form a protective film, and this decrease the interfacial between oil and water, and the emulsion gets stabilized. Got my point? Very important question. The role of emulsifier is very important. Role of emulsifier. How soap solutions can act as emulsifiers. You heard about the story that is what they used to do. They used to add water in the milk. Long back you have heard the stories that milk water is added in the milk and sold in the market. Now, in order to stabilize that, what they do sometimes, you will have a smell of sometime like soap solutions. They were adding some detergent in that. Why? Because that stabilizes the emulsion. Or the two layers will separate out. There's already a protein which is present in the uh, milk, which is stabilizing this, because it acts as a emulsifier agent inside the milk. Natural is there. The protein and the liquid, they are, what happens, so molecules get concentrated over the surface of the oil droplet and form a protective film. So this decreases the interfacial between oil and water, and emulsion gets stabilized. So this is a way of stabilizing the emulsion by addition of soap solution you can add, and we have given different methods. You can add proteins, gums, natural and synthetic soaps in order to stabilize the oil in water type of emulsions. And if you want to stabilize water in oil type emulsion, you will add metal salts of fatty acids, long chain alcohols, RCH2O, long R is long chain. Always the idea is there will be two types of the group in the chain. The polar group will get attached to the water, which is you are calling as a hydrophilic group. Oxygen, O minus. And the hydrophobic group will be R chain, which will be a long chain that goes into the oil. And what will be the result of that? A film will be formed between oil and water. So this decreases the interfacial between oil and water to stabilize the emulsions. That is the story of the emulsions. Now further we are talking about the properties of the emulsions. What are the properties of the emulsion, students? When I told you about colloids, you are aware of the properties of the colloid. Show Tyndall effect, colloid show Brownian movement, colloid show electrophoresis, because they are charged particles. If they are charged particles, what will happen? If you have charged particles and you apply electric field, what will happen? They will move towards the respective oppositely charged plates. And also, the salts were coagulating. So emulsions are showing similar type of effects. How? Brownian movement. What is the Brownian movement? We already told you the Brownian movement is nothing but zigzag motion. Zigzag motion is shown by this type of motion is shown by the zigzag motion. That is called the Brownian movement. Brownian movement. Tyndall effect, you already know that they scatter the beam of light, and the path of the beam of light becomes visible. Scattering and path becoming visible. Tyndall effect is very important, students. It has been asked many times. And we told you what are the conditions of Tyndall effect. And if you go in a forest and in the morning, you can see from the canopy the scattering of light through the long trees, and the path of that becomes visible. It's a beautiful scene because there are dust particles which are present and they are colloidal in nature. They scatter the sun rays. Electrophoresis is a very important phenomena, has been asked in exam repeatedly. And you know that what we did in electrophoresis, apply electric field and the charged particles will move towards positive or negative plates depending on the charge on them. Emulsions are also charged. They have a charge on them, therefore they also show electrophoresis. Coagulation is a phenomena you already know. If we add electrolytes, or there are different methods, when you add certain electrolytes or you boil it, you heat it, then what happens? The charge of the particles is discharged. Once the charge is removed, they will coagulate, they will form precipitates. So these are the properties of emulsion which are similar to the colloids, the salts which we discussed. Nothing new about it. You have already read Brownian movement, Tyndall effect, electrophoresis, coagulation. In the exam, the definitions of this is also asked. So don't think they are asking big questions. They will ask you what is Brownian movement. What is the significance? Why the Brownian movement is important? Because it helps in stabilizing the colloids at that time, we told you. And Tyndall effect you see in the scattering of light. Why the sky is blue in color? Due to the scattering of light. Tyndall effect. Electrophoresis you already know. Coagulation means precipitation of these particles. They coagulate and form bigger size particles. One question was given 4 years back, that how the emulsions can be broken. If you have emulsion, you want to just break it, then some physical methods are required. So when it break means they will separate in two separate layers. Two separate layers will be formed, students. So how will you break the emulsions we have given? Emulsion is an important question for this year. I'm telling you, so many questions I'm discussing. All these questions are important. They are questions for the paper, coming paper. So be careful and make your notes very clearly. And your notes are the notes which will be useful. We will give you notes for everything and video recorded also. But your notes play the most important thing. A video recording is given that in case you have any doubt, you can again listen to it anywhere, anytime. Emulsions can be broken into their constituent liquids by physical methods. Again, now physical methods can be used to break the emulsions, such as heating. Dekho, very important. You can do the heating. If you heat the emulsions, what will happen? The emulsions, if you strongly heat, they can break into two separate layers. You see that the stabilizing factor there, you told that between the two dispersion medium and dispersed phase, there is a interfacial layer which is stabilizing them, and we are even adding emulsifying agents to stabilize them. Once you heat it, that will be removed, and what will happen? They will form two separate layers. They will break down. Emulsions will break. And break means what? They will separate into two separate layers. That's what we mean by breaking. If you decrease the temperature too much, again the same story is there. Freeze it. And you cool it. Then again also they separate into two parts. Centrifuging is very important. You know that what you are doing in chemistry lab. If you have a precipitate, you put in a tube and rotate it at a very high speed. Once the precipitate rotates in at a very high speed, what happens? Those smaller particles come together, form bigger particle and settle down. So you can easily see the precipitate coming below the bottom of the tube and liquid above that. You already know how cream is prepared from milk, how butter is prepared from cream by this centrifuging. If you have ever seen the milk shop where they are making cream, you will see that how strongly they are rotating the milk at a very high speed, and then cream separates out. Because by high rotations, the stabilization which is there between the two particles, dispersed phase and dispersion medium, that interface breaks down and the separation will take place. Or you can destroy the emulsifying agent by suitable chemical method. Very interesting. We told you for every stabilization of the emulsion, you are adding emulsifying agents. Which emulsifying agent? The name we have given. Water in oil, fatty acids, long chain alcohols. Oil in water type. Oil in water, you are adding soaps, detergents, etc. Soaps, detergents, etc. Proteins, gum, synthetic soaps. So you are adding that. If you destroy those emulsifying agents, what will happen? Then demulsification will take place. This you can do by adding certain chemicals from outside, certain reagents from outside, which react with the emulsifying agent. So these are some of the ways how we can break down the emulsion. Important question for exam. Don't underestimate any question, students. Because students did all the emulsion chapter 3 years back. I'm telling you the story. And the question was, give a method for breaking up the emulsions. Breaking up the emulsion. That question was given 1 mark question. That's why I'm very careful that each and every word, we must learn it, because I don't know questions will come from any word. 1 mark question is there and one word or one line answer is there. You don't have to write much. So you should know how to break the emulsion is also important. Boil kariye, freeze, you may cool it, boil, freeze, or centrifuge. Centrifuge, very important, students. Centrifuge I am using again and again, students. A lot of students asked me, sir, you are keeping English as a medium for your lectures. I am taking some lecture in Hindi also, let me tell you. But I am preferring you this for some reason with you. Why I can take in Hindi? I want students should also improve their English speaking ability, and students should learn more and better communication, because English is a language which is used all over the world. Other students who are aspiring to go to Canada or USA or other countries, they have to pass an English paper. I hope you are aware of that. Are you planning to appear for any exam English? You know, we have, yes, you know about that. You know what is the name of that paper?
Yes, sir.
What is the name of that paper? We have two children who are appearing.
That's what SAT.
We are teaching them for that paper, preparing them. They have to go to Canada. Now, two persons have come from Dubai. They are teaching in Dubai, but now it has become necessary for them to pass that exam, because there is an Indian school. You have to teach in English. So they are in Dubai. They are also taking that course from us. We are giving the course to teach them to pass those English exams in good grades. So do you agree that I should continue in English? Yes.
Yeah, yes, sir, of course.
Okay, because I have no difficulty. You have seen my lectures in Hindi also for a group of students, and I said, okay, I have no issue, but I want to give you benefit of that even your English will improve, and if you are planning to go abroad, this helps you, because that is a requirement now. If you got land in England, Canada, Europe, any country, it is now mandatory to pass those exams. You cannot go there. So that is the reason. If you're going towards Australia side also, then you have to learn it. They don't know Hindi there. So there's no other option. The English language became international language. So all the books are also written in there. So that is the question I am taking. There are groups I am taking in Hindi completely. And they are different categories. So I wish they will also understand my point. Okay, so here what we are doing, students, that the story is very clear, that what are emulsions? Questions are like that. Give an example of oil in water, water in oil, type of emulsions. What is an emulsifying agent? What are emulsifiers? Because without emulsifier, emulsions are not stable. And in the salts, I told you lyophobic salts are not stable, and you are adding lyophilic salts to stabilize them. And I have given a gold number. Do you remember which has the maximum value or lowest value of gold number to act as a protective colloid? Important question for exam. Do you remember? Protective colloids I told you last time. So which is the best protective colloid which we told you? I gave you a table in which the values of gold number were given. Is an important question, because protective values were given inversely proportional to gold number. Right or wrong? You can interact with me in the class. No issue. Keep on interacting with me wherever possibility is there. You remember about the gold number?
Yes, sir.
Which has the lowest gold number and the best, protective colloid? Remember or forgotten? Revision is very important.
I don't remember.
Gelatin was having the lowest value of the gold number. There were
Yes,
Got
sir.
it?
Remember.
Got it. So, see,
Yes, sir. Got it.
okay. So these things I revise because questions are coming from different parts anytime or in competition also. When you go there, they'll say these are the values of the gold number. Tell us which is the best, I mean, protective collar. So students will think that the one which has the largest value is the best. But if you have understood the concept, then you know we have given you formula also. It is inversely proportional to protective power is inversely proportional to gold number. Very important question. Again, I have to bring it and talk with you. So ठीक है, you are interacting, keep on interacting because you are in YouTube with me all the time, where people are watching in so many places in other countries also. So and keep on passing and this sharing with your friends and other relatives. Your name is still with me. So those students who are with me, they are everywhere. A lot, one or two students asked me, sir, who is this guy who is taking class? I said, okay, I'll send you the phone number sometime you want to talk. Okay, this we have done it. Any doubt here? You know which
No, sir.
emulsion,
No, sir.
which agents, which I mean emulsifier to be used where? Brownian movement, I talk again, Tyndall effect, electrophoresis. Again and again these terms are coming, so they are coming in a paper exam. Everything is 1 mark, it is nothing is 5 marks, so don't worry about it. Answers have to be short answers. All right. Here are some of the questions, students. Question session is always there. And these sessions are live sessions and we want to interact with you to see what we have learned as the chapter comes to an end. These are important. We have another important topic coming, applications of the class. Before that, you see, we put up some questions to you. What is an emulsion? Now we have just defined. The definition we have given for the emulsions. Dispersed phase is a liquid, dispersion medium is a liquid, oil in water, water in oil, two types of emulsions I am talking about. Now, see the question number 2. Here, give example of oil of water and water in oil emulsion. Very important question. Can you give an example of oil of water? Oil in water?
Yes, sir.
Give an example of oil in water emulsion.
Sir, in food.
Oil in water emulsion example.
Example.
Yes. Just now we give you so many examples.
So milk.
Yes, correct answer. Water in oil.
Water and oil.
Yes.
Water and oil.
You are eating it every day. You are eating it. Just now we talked of it. This question was given in paper. Whatever question I give, they are from the back 10 years paper.
Sir, ice cream.
Water in oil.
Sir, ice cream. Sir, ice cream.
Butter, I just told you so. Butter you are eating. Butter.
But sir, even ice cream can be.
Okay, think about it because we have to be very careful. A lot of things may look like that. But since, I mean, certain things we don't know exactly, so we should not be answering those. Right, the main reason for the stability of the colloidal salts. This we discussed long back. Why the colloidal salts are stable? 2 reasons we gave you. Important question for exam. You have to keep revising the material. You have notes, everything.
Yes, sir.
This question is.
Sir, they are stable because they prevent coagulation.
Why they are stable? The question is reason for that. Reason for that.
Yes, sir. Because the particles repel each other.
There is
this provides coagulation.
There is a charge on the colloidal particle. They have same charge.
Sir.
So because of the same charge.
So they repel each other.
And then they are solvated in lyophilic salt. They are more stable because they are solvated also, so surrounded by sheet of water molecules. Right? One similarity between physisorption and chemisorption. See the question now. All the students know differences. There was a question in the paper. Write one similarity between physisorption and chemisorption. What is the similarity?
Sir, similarity can be so absorption, so van der Waals forces.
No, wrong answer. Physics option is van der Waals. This is a chemical bond formation, but both the cases, you know, heat is evolved. Both are active.
Sorry, heat is
So more heat is evolved in chemical option than physics option.
Yes, sir.
Don't think the questions are straight in the exam. You are aware of the CBSE standard. They will be playing some trick with you. They will read the question from, I mean, why we are taking so much interest in NCERT every line. But I am trying to decode every line of NCERT because here a question is coming, but the question is not what is written in the line. He will change it. So we should be prepared for it. The variation should be there. That's the important point. We should know what variation can be there. He is not asking differences, he is asking similarities. Moreover, both the things depend on the surface area. Always larger the surface area, more will be the adsorption. Both of them.
Yes, sir.
Both of them. Of physics option and chemistry option, which type of adsorption has a higher enthalpy of adsorption? What is your answer?
Yes, sir.
Of physics option and chemistry option, question number 6 on the board. Which type of adsorption has a higher enthalpy of adsorption?
Has high enthalpy.
Higher enthalpy of adsorption. More in both we are saying heat is evolved. Which will
chemistry option.
Yes. What is the reason for that? You have to give the reason. You know that chemistry option will evolve more heat. That you know already.
Yes, sir.
Because bond is formed, formation of bond will evolve more heat. So we know about it. Very. What is the coagulation process? You already know what is coagulation process.
Yes, sir.
We told you this is a straight question coming in paper repeatedly. Coagulation process. They coagulating, precipitate is being formed. What is meant by shape selective catalysis? You know that in catalysis what happens, there are certain catalysts which are shape. That shape means their structure is important, what type of pores they have, and what is the size of the pores.
Size of the reactant, yes, sir.
Size of the reactant and size of the pores is important. And porous structure, the zeolite, for example, even zeolites are used as shape selective catalyst. They have pore sizes. If the pore sizes fits into reactant molecules, then you know they will catalyze those reactions. Even in petroleum products for making petrol, this is being used, zeolites. They have a very porous type of structure. They have pores. Define peptidization.
Yes, sir.
You know what is coagulation, what is peptidization. Very important. Coagulation means precipitate formation. Peptidization means what?
Breaking of precipitate.
How you break it, you know, I told you different.
Yes, sir. Colloid.
Peptidization, very important question for papers. What is the effect of temperature on chemical option? It is very important. Has been asked in the paper. Has been just 1 minute. So this question has been asked.
Yes, sir. Sir, it increases.
Yeah.
The amount of absorption.
Chemical option. I told you about chemical option. That first
higher temperature decreases.
But some temperature is required for the chemical bond formation. But after that, what happens? After that temperature is available, then you know what is the story. What type of graphs we shown for this, for chemical option? The effect of temperature on the chemical option was shown something like this. So this is the temperature. This is the extent of adsorption. Extent of adsorption. We told you X by M, something like that. Got the graph. First, if some temperature is required, then after that, if I increase 4 temperature, it will fall down. Why? Because bond is formed. Formation of bond requires students some activation energy, temperature. But after the bond is formed, if you will increase more, the bond will dissociate, and then again extent of adsorption will decrease. Very important question. So we are, our purpose is to revise you questions which are coming in paper. Very important question. All these questions are very, very good questions, and any question will be there on the coming exam. You will see them. You will see them. 100% you will see them. With our lectures, most of the questions already coming in board paper will be solved here. So you have to keep
Yes, sir.
a record of all this. Keep a record of all this. Book is not required by the end of the when the exams are coming. We already know all this. So any doubt in any of these questions?
No, sir.
Okay, good. So far, so good. All right, very important topic now. Very important topic, students. You are saying that okay, we are studying colloids, sir. What is the use of studying colloids? We are doing so many things in chemistry, and one child will say, sir, why we are studying all this? Okay, I mean, I know something is going to be used anywhere, everywhere. This is our observation. If we are alert now, we can find that everything is of use. I mean, will be used somewhere. So there is a connection between any topic of chemistry I'm doing in the everyday life. That's the most fascinating part of chemistry. There is a connection of chemistry in our everyday life. Everything I'm doing in chemistry. Every chemical change itself is happening in everyday life. In my human body also, you know, the food you are taking is undergoing chemical process, chemical change, chemical reaction. Everything is a chemical reaction. You and me, you are a bio student. You are a bio student. The fundamental particles, you know, are all atoms inside you and me. My face may look different. Your face may look different. We have made up of trillions of atoms. Right or wrong?
Right, sir.
Okay. And interesting thing. Those trillions of atoms are getting exchanged. They are not the same. 98% to 100% will be changed in 1 year. So, I mean, the whole day I'm eating, you start eating different type of foods, you start doing different type of exercise, your body starts changing.
Yes, sir.
And your inside parts, what they are made up of these fundamental unit cells. Cells are what? They are also made up of small, tiny particle atoms. And everything is changing. And within 1 year, the whole body is gone. New body can be formed.
Yes, sir.
So exchange of atom is taking place through, you know, osmosis, diffusion, everything is happening inside your body. You seen that chapter of the cells. Life is made up of, we are made up of trillions of cells, trillions of atoms. That's all, nothing. What you see me is a different thing. What is inside me, what is inside you, all atoms. Everything is atom. The mind is thinking, they are also particles which are thinking. What I'm teaching and all that. Interesting. The science is like that, you know. This is how the discoveries have been made. I can't see the atom, but I'm saying there is an atom. I can't see electron, proton, neutron, but I'm using properties of electron everywhere, electrical charge and those current, everything. So see the interesting thing. A man has made machines to do all that. What I cannot see, what I cannot experience, I will use the machines. Why something is happening, I don't know, but how it is happening is our attempt to understand it. Why Earth is attracting towards itself all the things, I don't know, but I know Earth attracts and I am finding the laws of gravitation, everything works. Interesting.
Yes, sir.
So this is how the life goes. Everything, at least you see, every crisis has an opportunity. Now, because of the corona crisis, we have started taking lessons online. And I am learning new techniques, new things. Supposing these techniques were not available, then see how much I would be in dark, you will be in dark. I would not be able to teach you. All my students are taking online classes with me. So this is a good part that at least we have the means and technology to work with each other. Now, how this technology developed, man made this technology. You know, nobody has given to us. Everything is man-made. Interesting. So what we are doing, why we are learning all this? Because we can be tomorrow inventors and creators as per the requirement of the society. People are working to create vaccines, drugs for corona. Attempts are being made everywhere in the world. And few people are making claims they have already made it. I don't know how right it is, but even in Russia, you say they said they have made it. The daughter of the president of Russia, they say have been given that injection also.
Yes,
but I don't know. God knows what is right and what is wrong. Attempts are being made. People are scientists now everywhere. You are a scientist because you are listening to me. I am sitting at my home and you are seeing me live session. You are taking me answering my questions also. So at least this is a good part that with this technology, we are able to, communicate and, learn the things which we want. So it's a new type of transformation which is taking place. Everything has something good in it. That's what I mean. So colloids, if you see the application, colloidal, you see first thing you see food and medicines, and they are so much important to us. What is the most important thing? First of all, you need food. And why do we live? Some people say that we love so much to eat that we live only to eat. God knows better what will happen. But I will eat all the things and best of the best. So that's our desire. Okay. So food and but most of the food now you told me, sir, butter is all you are saying, milk, butter, cream, everything they are colloid emulsions and sauce, everything. Yes, of course, jelly, ice cream, everything is, yes, of course they are. Whatever atta your mother is grinding with water and making chapatis, rotis, all these coming colloids. Okay. So much I never knew about it. The houses you made of the material, they are all colloidal particles. So my
Yes,
God,
sir.
everything is colloidal in nature. So we try to understand it. The clouds which you have, they will tell you about artificial rain is there now. All these colloid charged particles, charged particles. So food, we know about it. Medicines is the most important part, you see, in our life. Most of the medicines, the syrups you buy for cough syrup or digen syrup or this milk of magnesia, they say na shake before use, shake before use. In
Yes,
the
sir.
bottles you have seen. So what happens? Over a period of time, they settle down. You shake them, and they are colloidal in nature. And you take the liquid forms. You liquid forms because these colloidal medicines are more effective. This is a question answer. Question was given why the medicines are colloidal in nature. Colloidal medicines are, I'm saying, more effective. This is the word which I'm using, more effective. See, more effective because they have large surface area and are easily assimilated. Your body has to assimilate whatever I'm taking. If I take something, it goes out of the body as it is, then it will not work. So these,
Hmm.
because they have larger surface area and are easily assimilated. So most of the medicines are colloidal, colloidal gold and calcium. This question was given, what is the use of colloidal gold and calcium injected into the human body for vitality of muscles? Then gold injections are given. Some people say I'm taking gold injection. What they do, muscles, vitality of muscles. You have seen there are
Hmm.
capsules of gold capsules, right? Tonic mein. Someone is selling
Yes,
gold.
sir.
Vitality, what they are talking about vitality. All these medicines colloidal in nature. So in the human body, then this arganol silver sol is used as an eye lotion. Eye lotion. And if you have irritation in the eye, you can use the silver sols. These are silver sol. These are colloidal particles. Albumin, histidine, and dextran are few other colloids. They are used in medicines somewhere. All right. So colloids are used in medicine. Third, I am saying purification of water. Your water needs purification. Water you are drinking, and if water is not pure, what is the result of that? There are suspended impurities which are present in the water. They are adding alum. So alum is a compound which is added. It coagulates the suspended impurities and make water fit for drinking purpose. So they are adding alum. So alum is a compound which is added. What it does, it coagulates the suspended impurities and make the water fit for drinking. Sewage disposal. Everything goes to the sewage. Everything you are using is going to the sewage. Now what will
Yes, sir.
you are saying the impurities which are present, mud, dirt, they are colloidal size particles and dispersed in water. And these colloidal particles are charged particles. Your dust particles are charged particles. So what we can do, if they are charged particles, we can apply some charged plate. Charged plate. What the charged plate will do? It will coagulate. It will coagulate those dust particles and everything. So that will settle down, which we can remove. So that is a type of electrophoresis. Electrophoresis. This is being used now. All these things. See,
Yes,
we
sir.
are using different methods even for the garbage. They have, you see now some machines are working to burn the garbage in different places. So here sewage disposal can be done by the principle of electrophoresis. Electrical precipitation of smoke has been asked many times. Electrical precipitation of the smoke. So there is a Cauldel precipitator. In the book you will see Cauldel precipitator. The smoke is a colloidal solution, solid particles such as carbon, arsenic, dust, etc. And these are electrically charged colloidal particles which are present in the air inside the smoke. So if I apply electric field or if I apply a charged plate, what will happen? The smoke particles are charged. They will react with a positively charged and coagulate, and they will fall down to the bottom. So clean hot air leaves the precipitator, which is called Cauldel precipitator. The name of this is called Cauldel precipitator. This is being used for electrical precipitation of the smoke. Important question mark.
Yes, sir.
Many times this question has been given in the exam. There's a diagram also in the book, what they call as CORTELL, Cauldel precipitator. What it does? You are saying smoke, there's a charge on it, and a positively charged plate if I keep, what will happen? I apply a field which is positively charged. Coagulation will take place. Coagulation. And those smoke particles will they will come down, they will fall down like a dust. All the smoke will form dust and fresh air will move out. That dust we can collect and remove. Now you have listened about artificial rain.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very important. In some places they are saying no rain is taking place. There should be artificial rain. If you will find that there is somebody in a country who is doing all this experiment. So they are spraying something on the clouds and artificial rain takes place. What they are doing, what they are spraying by the helicopters, they are spraying clouds. Clouds are colloidal systems. In clouds, water vapors are present, mixture with dust particles. The water molecule present in cloud have electric charge. They have electric charge on them. So if charge on the molecule is neutralized, they will start raining. Spraying of electrolytes is done, okay, over the clouds, and the rain will start falling.
Yes, sir.
Good thing that chemistry can give you rain also. Even if it is not raining, you can start doing it. There is some people who are doing it. Interesting story. There are people who are doing everything in this world. You know, some people do.
Yes, sir.
They have so much money and interest that they'll say, okay, we'll do artificial rain. They have got helicopters and they spray it. And they enjoy the same rain which falls on them. They show it and take pictures. Okay, rain is starting. You know the story of the Wright brothers who made the aeroplanes. You know, they were very crazy people. They were all the time making machines and trying to fly. People called them mad, but they were succeeded in flying. And after that, you know, aeroplanes are working.
Yes, sir.
So many things happen like that. It depends on your passion and interest. Life is your interest and passion. It is not just make a career and earn money. That's not life. Unfortunately, in my country, people are not knowing what is passion and what is love. In many countries of the world, people are not going after money. They are going after what they like. If they like swimming, they are swimming the whole day. They become so expert that they become good swimmers. So it depends now where you want to go. I always tell my students, go where what you love, what you like. Don't go for things only for that I have to make a career or money. And it's a very small thing. Because life is very good and big now. You can go anywhere in any part of the world. Indians are sitting everywhere. Everywhere. We have two students from Dubai, I told you, taking English classes now. They are already teaching there, but it has become mandatory to pass the English paper. Okay. Now, 6. So many things. This question has been given so many times. Formation of delta river. You know what is a delta? What is a delta? This delta. You know about the delta?
Hmm.
You know, if there is a sea and there is a river water somewhere meeting the sea, there is a delta formation. There is a huge heap of ground, you know, along the side of the seas, deltas.
Yes, sir.
Geographically, you can search for that where the deltas are. Big deltas have been formed. Now the story is that river water. What you have a river water. The river water has got mud. Water has got mud inside this clay. They are colloidal in nature. Colloidal in nature. They are charged particles. What they are? Charged particles.
Charged particles.
And they are flowing into the sea. This is my sea. What do you know? Sea is a source of electrolytes. Sea water has so many electrolytes, you know, NaCl, etc. Magnesium chloride, sodium chloride, potassium salts. NaCl, you know, has NaCl is what? Plus minus. So when charged particles will come here, those mud, clay, and meet the electrolyte, what will happen? It will coagulate.
Yes, sir.
So the coagulation will take place. Negatively charged colloidal particles of river, are coagulated by the positive ions of the salt present. This is positive. उल्टा मैंने reverse लिख दिया. Na is plus and Cl is minus. This is my minus.
Yes, sir.
This is wrong. So Na is plus, Cl is minus. What is happening? There is a coagulation of negatively charged particles. These are negatively charged particles. ठीक है? They are being coagulated by positive ions, sodium ions. Here you have positive ions. So coagulation will take place.
Hmm.
The answer is coagulation. I told you what is coagulation, what is peptidization. Again and again they are coming. And they
Yes,
form
sir.
huge deltas. Huge deltas are being formed in the world. Okay, there are few more things. I have another class coming, so I will meet you in my next class. I hope you enjoyed the session and participated in question answer sessions.
Yes,
And
sir. Yes, sir.
every session we are going to make live where we can participate and enjoy. We want that we should enjoy the studies. It's not a punishment for the students that they just take a course and lecture. So we're not going for that. The session should be enjoyable and it should be both sides. You can be a teacher and we can be a student, no issue. So all the best. We see you next time.
Yes. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Bye, sir.
Okay, bye. See you next time.